Chris Mills, surfstrengthcoach.com and Surf Training Success. A couple shoulder things. Give you a couple things to start using in your program. So you can use an Indo board for some of this. You can use a stability ball. You can use a foam roller. It's just training some balance, some nervous system stuff, and still getting some upper body, kind of shoulder endurance, postural work. So a couple things. First, call something a PNF pattern. So if any of you guys have been through some shoulder rehabby stuff before, you've probably done some PNF patterns. Essentially all it means is it's this kind of spiral pattern through the arm. This reaching, rotation, it's taking the shoulder through its full ranges of motion. And so it's an easy thing to do just to incorporate into some training. So a PNF pattern for the shoulder, but for most guys or surfers, athletes, you can be a bit more demanding on the nervous system. So you can stand on an Indo board, you can stand on a foam roller, you can be on a stability ball on your knees, and you would just be taking this shoulder. So again, spiral pattern. So thumb starts pointing towards the pocket essentially, bring it up, thumb goes backwards. It's not heavy weight. For something like this, you'd be going more kind of higher repetition. See a lot of things going on that my nervous system is having to do. Rotate, externally rotate, in, out, in, out. So again, you could be on an Indo board, you could be on a stability ball. So that's a PNF pattern. Higher repetition, be doing at least like 14, 15 reps, up to 20 even. Another thing is a check press, we call it. So you essentially think of these forearms being in an L position, okay? So L position, open, press, down, L. Another variation is up, press, close, in. So again, it's taking those shoulders through a really big range of motion. Controlled, slow, nice movement. Again, higher rep range, build some endurance through those shoulders. Lighter weight, these are just 3 kilos, so I probably wouldn't really go too much heavier than this. And with my shoulder funk in that right shoulder, I'm just working mostly on just control. I've done a good shoulder warm up before, loosened up all this anterior chest tissue, thoracic mobilizations. Look on the blog or other video posts for all that tissue work. Or check out surftrainingsuccess.com. Gives you all the mobility work you need to be doing through the shoulders. So check press and PNF patterns. Again, you can do that. You can do it kneeling on a stability ball. Again, it's just something varied with your training to keep those shoulders durable, well positioned. You're working all the muscles around that shoulder joint and doing a little more. Look at that little hip twist. That's my balance hip twist. And so let me give you another one. Another shoulder movement or movements. Also working on a lot of back endurance. So feet against the wall. The closer this ball is to the wall, the harder it's going to be, just because there's more leverage. These back muscles are having to work harder here than they are here. So a big thing you'll see with a lot of surfers, older surfers especially, guys at a desk, they're too locked up in this thoracic spine. So again, you need to be doing all that thoracic mobility work. Check out the blog for all the thoracic stuff, guide to surf paddling, gives you all the mobilizations and stuff to get all that tissue moving. So nice, good spinal extension. So I'm not shoving all the extension just into my lumbar spine. You want to try to get extension through that thoracic spine. So nice, stable, tight glutes, lumbar spine stable, and then get a bit of extension through that thoracic spine. So I call these external rotations. Come up to this T position, externally rotate. You're not getting all up in the trap. So you start at this position, rotate up. I don't rotate and get all up into the neck. Shoulders stay down and relaxed. and then you'll push up into a Y position, back into that rotation, up, Y. So you're hitting portions of the posterior rotator cuff, and then you're also getting, hold on, let me adjust. And you're also getting some of that lower trap, lower trapezius, load. You can eventually do this with pretty light weights. It doesn't really require too much. So there you go, a couple shoulder movements, higher rep range, you're building endurance, so you kind of want to go for time, like do 60 seconds of work, so maybe like 15 reps, up to 2 minutes of work, constantly getting that thing going. Again, critical shoulder health, shoulder endurance, you got to do all the tissue work, loosen all this stuff up, all the lacrosse ball work, foam roll the lats, break all this, all the pec stretches, lat stretches that I've gone through before. Yeah, that's it. SurfTrainingSuccess.com gives all this stuff to you in a nice laid out program. SurfStrengthCoach.com, check out the blog, and train your shoulders, do it efficiently.